Is Joe Biden naked and on drugs? Take a listen.
We're here with the world's most dangerous man, the most censored man in the English language. But honestly, when you get him in front of an outhouse in the woods, he doesn't seem so dangerous.
It's a fancy outhouse.
Well, it's a fancy outhouse. Oh, these people are just the most absurd characters. And Alex Jones' Tucker Carlson powwow in front of a bathroom in the great outdoors was definitely not on my 2023 bingo card, but here we are. So what did they talk about during what can only be described as the weirdest interview on X? Conspiracy theories, of course. Take a look.
You see the system, the media going after Biden, and he deserves it, but they were covering it up until now. Now they're covering the laptop. Now they're covering attack on the dog. Now they're covering, all of his senility, all the corruption, the Chinese spies.
Attacking a dog, what a pig he is. I'm sorry.
Well, I was told that by Secret Service and by people that, let's just say, work with them. And I'm going to leave it at that. But I actually have a contact for you. I'd like to be able to hear it from them. But when this is over, I'll let you actually hear it from yourself. I think they'll tell you off record. I think they're willing to talk to you. But yeah, he is completely out of his mind.
He is completely out of his mind. When Biden attacked a dog, he attacked a dog? He can't even walk. He can barely walk. He's got a very stiff gait. Dogs are quick and nimble. He didn't attack a dog. His dog attacked about 47 people. His dog commander, the US service has acknowledged, has bitten 11 people, and that's just considered to be an underreporting of that fact. While the Secret Service acknowledged 11 reported biting incidents involving its personnel, whose sources spoke to CNN, said the real numbers higher includes executive, resident staff, and other White House workers. Those bites have ranged in severity from one known bite requiring hospital treatment to some requiring attention from the White House medical unit to some going unreported and untreated. These incidents led to the removal of Commander from the White House grounds. But let me just kind of guess what Alex Jones would say about that. He was never removed. Commander, inside of his dog skin and 4 legs is JFK and JFK Jr. and the arms of President Reagan. The wagging tail is Nancy Reagan telling you not to do drugs, trying to control you in some sort of a nanny state. And we're not going to allow it here at InfoWars, nor are we going to allow it on Twitter, what used to be Twitter and is now X, a platform named after you regret something you wrote and you're trying to cross it out immediately. I'm Alex Jones. This is InfoWars. We'll be right back. That wasn't the only conspiracy theory covered in this mind-bogglingly, unbelievably stupid conversation with Tucker and Jones. Take a look at another.
Completely out of his mind. He wanders around for the entire 2.5 years. It's getting worse. Naked in the White House. In the middle of the night, doesn't know who he is. They have to give him a bunch of drugs, a bunch of amphetamines in the morning. Then they've got to drug him at night. Sometimes he's got to, he'll be out for the morning for a while and then comes back out at night for a ball. That's when there's a real problem.
He is on drugs. I have established that, and I know someone who witnessed it. I'm not guessing at this. I know someone personally who witnessed him taking amphetamines. And this was during the 2020 election.
Yeah, okay, sure. President Donald, by the way, there's no actual evidence that Biden is on drugs other than what Tucker Carlson claims, as he also dumbfoundedly agrees with everything Alex Jones says. Wow, really, he's naked and on drugs? Yeah, I heard he took an amphetamine once. Unbelievable. President Donald Trump strongly demanded his Democratic opponent, Joe Biden, be drug tested for Tuesday's debate back in 2020. Only drugs could explain why sleepy Joe Biden sometimes wasn't so sleepy at all, okay? Couldn't be that he got a good night's sleep. He just was obviously on drugs. Rudy Giuliani clarified things on Fox and Friends back in 2020 on Tuesday morning of that fateful day in 2020 when he claimed that Biden has dementia. There's no doubt about it. I've talked to doctors, and then added, the president's quite right to say maybe Biden's taken Adderall. I'm sure Giuliani said that as there was hair dye dripping down his face and he looked like a vampire that was just awoken centuries too early. But certainly something's wrong with the way Biden appears. Trump has also claimed Joe Biden's on cocaine. This coming after a small amount of cocaine was found by Secret Service agents in the West Wing of the White House. Spoken by Donald Trump, tweeted by Donald Trump, the man who can't speak 2 words without sniffling like he is on drugs. And I have heard, for the record, that he snorts Adderall. Not joking, I've literally heard that from a fairly reliable source. he posted, does anybody really believe that cocaine found in the West Wing of the White House, very close to the Oval Office, is for use of anyone other than Hunter and Joe Biden? But watch, the fake news media will soon start saying the amount found was very small and wasn't really cocaine, but rather common ground up aspirin, and the story will vanish, okay? Has deranged Jack Smith, the crazy Trump-hating special prosecutor, been seen in the area of the cocaine? He looks like a crackhead to me. This is real life. I'm sorry, David, you've been to the dentist, but also this is real life. Trump also said that the unnamed they pumped Joe Biden with cocaine before his speeches during an interview with Wayne Allen Root back in July of this year. Take a look.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was for both of them. I think it's for both of them, but that's my opinion.
I said, great minds think alike. I said that on my TV show just this morning. I said it's either Hunter or it's Joe, because he's so bad that before each speech and interview, they probably need to give him something to juice him up. I said exactly that.
Yep. No, I think they pump him up.
All right.
And we can't have a president that's on cocaine when you're dealing with nuclear weapons and everything else.
Sharon, please say something. Please help me.
I prefer to watch mayonnaise for some reason than this crazy goofball show, okay? This is the nuttiest thing I've seen, okay? These two who are bad actors. I mean, it's obviously scripted in some way. I do want to give gold star to the wardrobe department, who's probably at that point in the interview standing in Tucker Carlson's trailer. They did a bang up job here, but this is so silly. Again, it appears to be some kind of skit. The only thing missing was I wish Commander would have leapt out of the woods and attacked, so that we could really have something. Look at the wardrobe. You see that? The vest and everything,
plaid,
craft services.
white pants.
Exactly, okay? It's just, you're doing too much, okay? Doing the most, as the kids would say, which I'm probably behind, you'll tell me, for the 2024 version of what's hip. But it's just, I don't even know how to react, but mayonnaise sounds better to me.
Well,
speaking of mayonnaise, Shuster.
For argument's sake, let's just suppose, for argument's sake, that Alex Jones actually finally got something right, that he's actually telling the truth. I think if you ask a lot of Americans, what do you think about Joe Biden strutting around the White House naked, coked up, sniffing Adderall? I don't know, maybe he's biting dogs. He doesn't know what planet he's on. He's on amphetamines. He's just totally clueless. I still think there's a strong, significant part of this country that would prefer that over Donald Trump any day, even if Donald Trump was in his right mind. I mean, a cocaine, dog biting, naked, patrolling Joe Biden has never tried to subvert democracy. Donald Trump has, and oh, by the way, Donald Trump's accused of 91 felony charges. So now the question is, well, what about the moderates and independents out there? Would they want a coked up, naked, strutting Joe Biden over a Donald Trump? I think the case could be made that yes, they might. And that's what 2024 might be for.
They're independent thinkers, after all. So there is that. It's a very strange place to be in the planet, where a naked, drugged up president wandering around, biting dogs, would literally be more safe for this country than a man trying at all turns to subvert democracy. But of course, that wasn't the real reason Alex Jones went on Tucker Carlson's show, that anybody could start their own show for free on X at any moment. And that's how far he's fallen. It was a conspiracy-filled tangent that he returned to his original conspiracy point, which was the deep state is going to kill Joe Biden and Trump since Trump's ahead. Take a look.
The globalists are coming after him. They're coming after our right to vote for who we want. He gets 60% against,
which is the fundamental right in a democracy. The people rule. I can vote for whomever I want. And if you don't like that person, that's immaterial.
Absolutely.
Right?
But despite that, he's got 60% against all of the Republicans. He's 15, 20 points ahead of Biden. It's backfired, but the deep state's not going to stop. The deep state does kill people, and that's their only next move, because this is failing. And I think they're going to kill Biden too, or I think they're going to try to. What you said in the speech again before the last one I talked about like a month ago, you said, I don't see Biden and Trump being the candidates. You see the system, the media going after Biden, and he deserves it, but they were covering it up until now. Biden's a liability for him. Trump's a liability. What do? They have a right winger, they'll claim, assassinate Biden. and they'll have a left-winger assassinate Trump. That then gets the country even in more of a fight against each other. And then they put in Gavin Newsom and somebody like Mike Pence or who knows.
I mean, you can just see him even making this stuff up. He's like, they're gonna kill Trump. And they're also, I think they're also gonna kill Biden. It's like he's doing a Mad Libs. It's pretty incredible. Shuster?
I don't think Alex Jones, I think maybe to Sharon's point, there should not be a platform for Alex Jones until he's paid up the billions that he owes to the Sandy Hook families here in Connecticut, first and foremost. So the fact that Tucker Carlson would give this guy any sort of platform, to me, that's another reason to hate Tucker Carlson, who I used to like personally, even though we disagreed professionally, but he has fallen so far and it's so disgusting what he's doing. And secondly, I mean, these are both, I suppose, good entertainers, and it does sort of make you laugh and sort of roll your head and roll your eyes and sort of hard to look away. And that's where America has become, right? We're so obsessed with sort of the catnip of the moment. What's going to make us laugh? What's going to make us sort of chuckle? And what that does is it takes us away from reality. And at a certain point, we do need to focus on reality if we're going to actually address any of the problems that we're facing.
Interesting theory. Focus on reality. Not sure, Sharon, your thoughts?
They belong in that house. Is it on the E channel with the other reality? They're the worst of the worst from every reality show. I think they both should enter the house as some kind of, they do this last minute trickery and aha. Okay, here's two more for you to contend with. Omarosa would probably eat both of them alive, but it would be entertaining to watch. I don't know what you want me to say about this guy. And I agree with David. I did chuckle. He would be entertaining to me, Alex Jones, if it weren't for those families. You are so gross for that. And I don't think he can ever cleanse himself for that period in history and what he did and continues to do, okay? Why you would sit opposite him, even if all you're doing is leaning in and going, really? Which is all Tucker Carlson is doing. It's still too much. It's too much.
And not just sit opposite him, but start with the promo wearing plaid and then think, wait, I'm about to sit down with a total lunatic who's about to talk about total made up things, or the president is a dog or bites dogs. Let's put on the suit. Let's make sure I really class it up for this situation. Very, very wild. That's all for this story, and I think it's plenty.
Thanks for watching. If you become a member, you get to watch all this ad-free, except for, of course, this ad. Still, hit the join button below.